the message is complete, you are the perfect prophet, why should the faith desert the earth despite all these things? But he said, yes, Allah had told him. This verse of the Quran had mentioned the very same subject. He said a time would come when despite these things there will be no faith left. Now the hadith, La yabqa min al-Islam illa ismuhu, is another version of exactly the same statement. No Islam will be left but in name. So then he said what would happen when the faith would abandon the earth and desert it altogether. One of these people, that is Salman Farsi, the only single person present who was a non-Arab. This is very important, significant. All around him were Arabs. He did not choose one of their shoulders to say one of these people would bring it back. Because this is the message. Faith is the monopoly of nobody. Allah decides to grant His favor to whomsoever He pleases. And this is exactly how the verse ends. ذَلِكَ فَضْلُ اللَّهِ. This is Allah's grace. يُؤْتِي مَن يَشَاءُ. He will give it to whomsoever He pleases. وَاللَّهُ ذُو الْفَضْلِ الْعَظِيمِ. And He has great favors, great graces. Nobody can question why not again an Arab? Who can say that? Why Arab in the first place? Because it was Allah's grace, He chose an Arab. No, we can't ask him. Why? So the second time again, no one has authority to question him and say, why not Arab again? And this is exactly what is mentioned so clearly. So Rasulullah ﷺ understood the Quran better than anybody else. That is why he chose the shoulder of Salman Farsi, a non-Arab, and said, a man from among them will bring the faith back from heaven to the earth. This is what Hazrat Masih Islam has done. This is what is uniting all the Ahmadis into all the continents, 140 and more countries. They have become one. This is Jummah. This is the meaning of Surah Jummah. And not only this, He has united them in status with the people of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah's day. If a mullah does not like it, what can we do? The Quran says that. And Muhammad Sallallahu has understood it like this. What can we do about it? And yet this boy says, where is the need? All right, forget about the Quranic message and traditions for a while. Come to the time today, now. What is happening in Pakistan? What is happening in Arabia and other countries of the Muslim world? Most of the people who appear to bear witness in the name of God in the courts tell lies. There is no honesty left at any level in Pakistan. Robbers abound in the whole entire province of Sindh, but they have also started abounding in the Punjab and elsewhere. Corruption is the order of the day. Lies are so common that it will be a rare phenomenon to find a man who is really truthful. And robbery and usurpation of other people's rights and fraud, name a crime and read a newspaper of Pakistan and there you will find it. Day in and day out. This is the ugly, dark story repeated, and I don't have to produce any witnesses. Pick any paper of any daily paper or any monthly or any magazine of Pakistan, and there in the large letters will be written how many rapes have been committed, how many robberies have been committed, how many murders, how many abductions in the Muslim state of Pakistan. How beautifully true Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah was when he said, Sayati ala nasi zamanun la yabqa min al-Islami illa ismuhu. No Islam will be left but in name. And the name, you go to television, Pakistani television, you listen to the radio, Islam, Islam, Islam. so much overdosing of Islam that people are actually getting fed up of Islam because it's not in their lives. Islam is not playing any role in the family affairs, in the day-to-day relationship, in trade, in legal affairs, in moral values, in schools, in colleges. You see, there are mass scale imitation committed in the examinations of colleges. And if you read the right items of the news relating to these things, you'll be surprised to see that the entire examination hall is supplied with papers which have already been solved by some other person outside. And printed copies are distributed for them only to write in their own hands. And if an invigilator or a superintendent dare to ask something, to say something to any boy, he'll be either beaten to death or maimed for life. Nobody can say anything. But there is no need for that. He's already bribed. The whole system is bribed. This is Islam. And this boy says there is no need for anyone to come. What does he mean? Let Islam die. Allah will not. That is why he sent Hazrat Masih Maud Islam. That is why there is a great revolution taking place all over the world. A unified Jamaat is being born with faith, with sacrifices, with great resolution and following practice to rehabilitate Islam where it had lost its value. No, these lessons, these efforts all over the world, they are a symbol of Islam making a huge effort to be revived. It was done through Masih Maud Islam. How could he be a liar? So, if you understand these things, it is impossible for anyone to, point out a finger at this and just hollow words. The Holy Quran is complete. I agree, it is complete. But why is it not effective? Why is it misread? Why the 72 sects of Islam produce their authority from the Quran itself, that they are right and the rest of the 71 are wrong? What you miss is a prophet of God, a divine reformer who has been guided afresh and who has that quality of purification, where all of those who have faith in him are transformed into people who sacrifice or ready to sacrifice whatever they have of their lives, of their property, of their wealth. So this phenomenon of rejuvenation of Islam is being witnessed by us only because of the blessing that Allah has shown us in the form of Masih Maud Islam. A question, written question or? Okay, all right, give it to me. Now you understand this? Alhamdulillah. I wish you had not told us that it is from Lajna. The question is, what is Islam's view on contraception? Now this question should have been asked by a man. Why to embarrass Lajna with such a question? There was no name, so somebody, innocently said this is from Lajna. The fact is, this question should have been asked with reference to the debate raging in the world, and it would have been a better way of saying it. It is not just a question of contraception. The question is the relationship between the mayors to planned families for the fear that the population will run ahead of the food product and man will be left without food because the system of God was defective